are online, if you are on Twitter, you have probably seen this week that a lot of people are posting Studio Ghibli Slop AI images because apparently there was an update to ChatGPT. The latest ChatGPT update, which allows people to transform any photograph into something resembling a scene from a Studio Ghibli film. But just because we could, does it mean we should? No. So everything from 9/11 and the Kennedy assassination to Pennsylvania treasure R. Bud Dwyer's televised suicide all have been reimagined in the distinctive style of Japanese animator Hayao Miyazaki. So Miyazaki is a legend. He is a legend in film animation. If you've seen this style of art, that comes from Miyazaki. The last one is fucking insane. R. Bud Dwyer's televised suicide, turning that into a Studio Ghibli, is crazy. Okay. So this has gotten to the point that the White House is posting AI Studio Ghibli films to demonstrate how hardcore they're going on illegal immigrants and like laughing in their faces about it. Whoever's running the White House account, I just have to say, must be the biggest fucking twerp to have ever twerked. From saying, oh God, what was the post that they made of Mahmoud? They said, what was the Jewish or Hebrew saying that they, Shalom, yeah. Shalom Mahmoud after he was disappeared. They've been doing some evil shit there. Yeah, some whatever Zoomer Nazi dipshit is running that account. Yeah, someone I know sent me one about Lord of the Rings. It's just like, okay. Let me start off by saying that if you know anything about Miyazaki and if you know anything about his view of art, you know that posting an AI Studio Ghibli image of something like 9/11 or whatever goes directly against what that man believes in. It is the greatest insult to his legacy, 1,000%. Here's him talking about AI, okay? This is a presentation of an artificial intelligence model which learned certain movements. It looks like it's dancing. So it's like these young people who are showing this to Miyazaki. This is an example of fast movements, moving by using its head. It doesn't feel any pain and it has no concept of protecting its head. It uses its head like a leg. This movement's so creepy and could be applied to zombie video games. An artificial intelligence could present us grotesque movements, which we humans can't imagine. It's like, really? You can't imagine that as a human? You simply cannot imagine that? This is what we've been working on. Okay. Let me just say, if a legend like Miyazaki ever responded just with that sigh, I would kill myself in a video game. Immediately you can tell that he is not pleased. That he does not think that this is cool. That he is already like, fuck them kids. Well, every morning, not recent days, but I see my friend who has a disability. It's so hard for him just to do a high five. His arm with stiff muscle reaching out to my hand. Now, thinking of him, I can't watch this stuff and find it interesting. Whoever creates this stuff has no idea what pain is whatsoever. I am utterly disgusted. If you really want to make creepy stuff, you can go ahead and do it, but I would never wish to incorporate this technology into my work at all. He literally said, Caroline just want to let you know you're on guest list if you want to come. Yeah, but are you going to stay? Okay. I'm going to end stream after I'm done covering this, and then I'm going to change and I'm going to come meet you. But I don't want you to leave like right when I get there. So don't leave. Don't leave, please. Okay. So, as I was saying, the legend himself, Miyazaki, said, "I would never wish to incorporate this technology into my work at all." And for the past week, idiots online have been going against the founder of Studio Ghibli's own wishes and own views on art and on AI. There's something that is just, I don't know why, like it's just so perfectly sums up the problem with how we are using AI in art, where it's like, we're doing this. We are stealing the art of a legend like Miyazaki has been stolen and is being turned into sloppy memes. Yeah, AI bros know art better than he does. Right. Where it's like, do you not understand how what an artist, a legendary artist like Miyazaki does, that is not the equivalent at all of what these fucking AI bros who are stealing his art so that you can make a Studio Ghibli AI drawing of, I don't know, your fucking ass. Those are not ever going to be equivalent. It will never come close because it's stolen. I strongly feel, and then he says, I strongly feel that this is an insult to life itself. This group of young tech people, I'm assuming they're tech people, I don't think that they expected he was going to cook them so hard. He said, I strongly feel that this is an insult to life itself. Look at them! Look at them! He looks like he's going to cry. He looks like he's going to cry. And this is how narcissistic they are, though. This is the ego, right? They thought that they were going to show Miyazaki, this old man, oh, look what we did, and have him be like, oh, wow, I don't know anything about this, but like, this is the future. And instead, Miyazaki said, fuck you. No, get out of here with this shit. This is an insult to life itself. Who the fuck do you think you are coming up here with this? But don't you know how hard these AI bros worked in order to create the prompt it took for the AI to steal Miyazaki's art? We didn't. Right. So this is technically not about AI. It's about 3D modeling of zombies, which he considered disrespectful to disabled people, but it's a strong hint on how he would feel about AI. Yeah, totally. He goes, this is just our experiment. We don't mean to do anything by showing it to the world. Yeah, I understand. So what is your goal? Well, we would like to build a machine that can draw pictures like humans do. Would you? Yes. He's like, that's your fucking goal. That's where art's going to be. It's going to be a machine. Art is going to be produced by a machine. I feel like we're nearing the end of times. We humans are losing faith in ourselves. Look at him saying that as he's sketching. Look at him sketching. Talking about how humans are losing faith in themselves. That what does it say about our world when people no longer want art that is produced from the hands and the hearts and the minds of human beings? Like, ugh. It's just depressing as fuck, man. This is a piece in Unheard by Oliver Bateman. This is more than just a passing trend, though. Instead, it's another milestone in AI's ongoing appropriation of human artistic expression. First came the novelty of seeing serious historical events transformed into whimsical anime pastiches. Then came the rush to feed every conceivable meme template into the algorithmic maw. By Wednesday, Elon Musk was participating, a sure sign that whatever subcultural cachet the trend might have briefly possessed had evaporated briefly or entirely. You guys, if Elon Musk has gotten in on something, abort, okay? Just know it's not cool. If the White House and Elon Musk are taking part of some internet trend, you don't want to be anywhere near that. Abort, abort, abort. There's something particularly depressing about Miyazaki's aesthetic becoming the unwitting template for this mass AI experimentation. The 83-year-old animator's meticulously crafted style, the product of thousands of hours of human labor, has been crudely approximated by the very technology he so openly disdains. In a 2016 demonstration that's resurfaced amid this trend, Miyazaki watched AI researchers present a grotesque digital creature that moved by dragging its head along the ground. His response was unequivocal. "I strongly feel that this is an insult to life itself." He continued, "I feel like we are nearing the end of times. We humans are losing faith in ourselves." Because that's what this is all about. This is all about removing the human element. It is taking from the hours of human-made work, the talent, the creativity and the talent of human beings who, make art because they feel joyful, because they feel angry, because they feel confused, because they feel things. They feel things, and that is where their creativity comes from their humanity. And it's taking all that and feeding it into a machine, and then whoever on Twitter makes a meme out of it, while maybe not even knowing who Miyazaki is. That's what's crazy, is how many people who are doing these AI memes even know who Miyazaki is, know his legacy. Another problem with how we value and devalue labor. Marx talked about how machines becoming more and more efficient would come at the cost of the worker. 9 years later, Miyazaki's words seem almost prophetic. What is this flood of AI-generated Ghibli knockoffs if not a collective surrender of our artistic sovereignty? The modern internet user, bombarded by an endless stream of content, has outsourced even the act of image manipulation, once a legitimate form of digital folk art, to machines. It's like we used to make memes ourselves, What the fuck is going on? We used to make the memes. Now you have an AI do these fuck-ass memes? The lazy shortcut of asking AI to simply make it look like Ghibli replaces genuine creative expression with the press of a button. You're cool with that? You're cool with just pressing a button and it churning out some slop? When back in the day, you wanted to make a meme, you did that shit yourself. And you felt proud when you made a great meme. Or when you jumped in on a meme trend that wasn't a meme trend because it's AI. This hollowness points to a deeper artistic crisis. Human-created memes, at their best, represent a legitimate art form that emerges organically from distinctive individual sensibilities. Consider Donald Trump, whose idiosyncratic communication style spawned endless memorable memes which helped propel him to political prominence. From Kofef to nipples protruding very, very disrespectfully to very fine people, Trump's linguistic peculiarities created genuinely novel cultural moments that resonated far beyond their immediate context. These weren't just jokes, but authentic cultural artifacts carrying the unmistakable signature of individual creativity that AI cannot replicate. Interesting. I mean, like in the context of Donald I guess Donald Trump being memeable, it's a little glazy. It's a little glazy, especially the very fine people. You know, he's talking about Nazis there. You might need to repeat the bit about nipples. Yeah, I forgot what this is from. Disgusting nipples protruding. Oh, he was talking about Barney Frank's appearance. It's a 2011 tweet. But I think the point being here is that like these Donald Trump tweets became like they became memes. Like he as the meme himself. The Studio Ghibli meme trend, however, constitutes the further ensloppification of internet culture. Yes, this is something that we talk about. Everything becoming slop. Ensloppification. It's just slop everywhere. So we are having to avoid slop like Frodo and Sam were trying to avoid the lava while climbing up Mordor. It's everywhere and it's destroying everything. When anyone can generate unlimited variations of the same basic template with minimal effort, we're left with an undifferentiated mass of content, or slop, to use the increasingly common internet parlance. The speed with which Ghibli AI cycle played out illustrates this perfectly. What might once have been a week-long trend with distinct phases of adoption, refinement, and eventually ironic meta-commentary was compressed into less than a day. By the time average users became aware of the phenomenon, it was already being declared over by those at the cutting edge. And unlike organic memes that might experience revivals or evolve into new forms, this AI-generated trend will likely never resurface except as a footnote in some future digital archaeologist catalog of fleeting 2025 phenomena. Musk's involvement sealed the trend's fate. When platform owners participate in meme culture, they strip away any remaining countercultural energy. Not just platform owners, but Elon Musk. Like Elon Musk specifically. Throughout his tenure, Musk has functioned as a one-man validation system for content that catches his eye, transforming niche humor into broadly accessible but quickly exhausted cultural products. His participation marks the moment a trend officially becomes mainstream and thus instantly passé. Yet the larger pattern represented by the Ghibli trend, the algorithmic consumption of human art, the devaluation of artistic labor, and the surrender of creative agency to machines continues unabated. Yeah. The real tragedy isn't just that AI can now imitate Miyazaki's style, but that we increasingly seem content to let algorithms replace the human artistic impulse entirely. Just because we could doesn't mean we should, because that's what this is about. It's like, okay, sure, you can imitate this style and it isn't perfect, but it's getting better. I get it. AI has advanced. They're like, oh, well, look how much it's advanced and look at how much it's going to advance. But that's not what is at the heart and soul here. Is it that we as a species are content with feeding into machines in order to produce what we consider to be art? That this is something that for so long has been human created. And now we're just going to turn that over. I don't want to the machines. I don't want another Miyazaki. I want someone who's inspired by him and created something new and distinctly them. Exactly. It's like, do we want to discourage future artists because with AI, anyone and everyone can just make some slop? Like, is that what this is? That's what this is now? Miyazaki's style didn't pop off because of how it looks. It was only a small part of it. The stories, the humanity, the morality, all of that is what made it good. Yeah. It's not about just looking like something. Because who gives a shit? Who gives a shit if you can create a program that spits out something that imitates something else? Why is the value in that imitation rather than in and of the art itself? Do I consume art because it so closely resembles something that I love? When we surrender art to automation, we lose not just the distinctive voices of individual creators, but also our collective power for creative expression. It took 1 year and 3 months for Miyazaki and his team to complete a 4-second crowd animation scene from The Wind Rises. Every frame is hand-drawn and painted with watercolor. And it's also just like the care and love that goes into something like that, where you watch it and you can, like, you know, when you watch animation and you just know how painstaking the process was, and knowing that it was a team of dedicated artists who spent months to years hand drawing and painting what you are seeing. Like, it is such a beautiful practice. Like, that's something I always think about. Like, claymation, great example. When I watch claymation, I am awed by it. I am so awed. Yeah, when I watch something that I know took a lot to create, that it was painstaking effort, and I appreciate it so much. And you don't get that. You don't get that with AI. Here it is. Worth noting the mind-boggling effort that Miyazaki and his team put into a film. Each has 60,000 to 70,000 frames, all hand-drawn and painted with watercolor. This 4-second clip took one animator 15 months to do. Look at this. Like, it's unbelievable.
Drawing a crowd takes time and effort, so animators generally avoid it, but not Miyazaki.
The time invested into something is part of the value. We get to decide when something's done. That process leads us to places we didn't intend to end up at.
Everyone gathers once a week to view the rushes. This allows Miyazaki...
It's also this collaborative process, right? Where you have all of these artists who are working on this
check
piece
the completed
together.
shots with his own eyes. This shot is only 4 seconds long. It took the team 1 year and 3 months to complete it.
Wild. Objects become invisible to us as soon as we can identify it, cross-reference that category with our goals, and determine that it is not useful. Art, however, cannot become invisible in that way. When art is made by AI, it can become invisible in that way. Yeah, it just, I don't know. It's what we're seeing this week. It just is the further devaluation of the human labor that goes into creating the art that we all celebrate so much. It's gross. To put that kind of work into something, each detail holds meaning that cannot be replicated. Artists tell the story of life. No machine could ever capture it. Yeah. And no matter how closely it comes to imitating what it has taken from